Hello and welcome to your reading. As you can see, there are no zodiac signs and no pick a card. This message will only find who it is meant to find. So I already have some cards pulled here for you. I took my time with dissecting these messages so I can deliver you the clearest message and most value for your time. Okay, so from what I've already dissected from this message is you are strong enough. Okay, that is the main message here, is that you are strong enough. Currently, you are going through a transitional phase emotionally where you are realizing that your inner emotions, your inner strength, your inner willpower is starting to scream out at you. Okay, starting to scream out at you. And it's screaming out at you because it's like you are strong enough. You are strong enough to deal with the vulnerability that it will take to move out of mental paralysis. Okay? So a lot of the times, us as humans, when we are feeling mentally drained, when we are feeling too much has happened, too much pain has happened, too much abandonment has happened, because here with the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords, I'm getting this energy that you have been holding on to. No, not holding on to, but you have been locking yourself in while also locking the pain out. Okay? Does that make sense? So you have been this version of you right here, this strength, this willpower. You are about to overpower yourself. That is what this message is. You are about to make you step out of your way, because this isn't you that put up these boundaries. There's a version of you that was horrendously hurt with the Three of Swords. You were badly betrayed, badly hurt, badly stabbed in the back. It was horrible on all fronts, and that version of you put up very strong barriers. That version of you built gates around you, and that version of you said, nobody comes in. Nobody comes in. Okay? But in doing that, in putting up those gates, in putting up those barriers, you also locked yourself in. Okay? By keeping them out, you locked you in. Okay? And there's this version of you, there's this fire and passion within you, this willpower within you that will not be stopped with the strength energy. It's this fire, this passion within you that's like you can't be stopped. You cannot be stopped. It's like right now there is no negotiation. The past will be left in the past. The only way forward is exactly that, is to move forward. That literally is the only way forward. There is nothing for you in the past. The only abundance, the only overflow, the only expansion that you really need is in the future. It's not in the past. Your dreams and your fulfillment is not in the past. And this is what this passion and this fire within you is about to this is a steady, strategic, but incredibly powerful breakthrough, emotional breakthrough that you are currently going through. So it's this energy of you getting out of mental paralysis by taking small, practical steps. Okay? You're taking small, practical steps, bite-sized steps. But first, what you are doing is you're breaking through. You're breaking through emotionally. You are getting to a point. I feel like your voice is also like insanely powerful. Like your voice is very powerful. Like if you were to scream, I feel like you could like cut through free state energy. You could cut through stagnation energy. That is how powerful your voice is. When you say affirmations with powerful force, it has no choice but to materialize for you instantly. And this is something that you have firsthand experienced in your life, is the power of your voice, is the power of your I am statements, and the power that you feel roaring within you when you are aligned with that state. That is coming back into play right now, because currently there are some incredible ideas that are birthing in your life. This is your childhood dreams coming true, okay? This is your childhood dreams coming true, and children dream the biggest. Children dream the biggest. This is your childhood dreams coming true. And this is also, I'm also getting the sense of like you have this abundant touch to you. Wherever you touch becomes abundant, okay? But then you also have the Eight of Swords here, okay? Now the Eight of Swords with the Three of Swords energy, this is literally telling me that you have been locked away. You have been locked away to protect yourself by a version of you that was hurt, and you're able to take steps. Knight of Pentacles, you are able to take steps within this confinement, but there's always been like this barrier. Ever since those walls were built, the expansion hasn't reached monumental extents. The expansion has been contained within that bubble that's been created around you. So that bubble, the only way that that bubble can be expanded is to step out of the confinement built to hold you in. Because you, with the Strength card, are saying it is vulnerable. It is vulnerable to face these feelings. It is vulnerable to fully walk away from the past. It is exhausting to accept that you actually have to let the past go after you've held onto it for so long and used so much of your emotions to hold onto it, to dissect it, to make sure that it never happens to you again, to learn it from A to Z, to process it and then process it again and then process it again and then process it again over and over and over again, to go back to it to see if it can still hurt you, to go back to it to see if you are better this time, and go back to it to see if it's better even that time. You have been desensitizing yourself against the pain, but you have also been in this confinement, okay? And this Strength card is literally telling me that you are powerful enough. You are screaming this at yourself. You are literally telling yourself it is vulnerable facing that. It is vulnerable because a part of you logically and a part of you mentally you're not even fully connected to the fact that you are locked away. You're not even fully connected to the fact that you had to like build up this barrier in order to protect yourself. Like there's a disconnect there, okay? But there is no disconnect between your power, between your inner strength. And you're saying that you are powerful enough. In fact, you were powerful enough back then too. When the pain happened, when the betrayal happened, when the abandonment happened, you were powerful enough then. Now you're someone with years of more knowledge, with years of more experiences. You're able to almost tackle anything. There's also a couple powerful truths that I'm seeing from this. The first truth is, since the Three of Swords are still here, the pain is still there. The Eight of Swords is still there. The vulnerability is still there. The heavy emotions are still there. It still sucks. It still sucks what happened. It still sucks. But with that also comes a bigger truth. It is always going to suck what happened. It is never not going to suck what happened. Whether it is now or 5 years from now, thinking back to what had happened to you is always going to suck. It's always going to be a shit experience. It's always going to be something that you feel vulnerable in, that you feel a little bit exposed in, because it's real. That pain is real. It really did happen to you. But what else is very real is that you truly do have the power to get through it. You really do have the power to keep expanding beyond it. You really do have the power to think back to it one day and be like, yeah, yikes, that hurt, and it still stings. However, look at your life. Look at how it has not been holding you back, because the truth is that pain did hold you back. For a while it did. Because again, you locked yourself away. You didn't want to experience that ever again. So you locked yourself away. But what's happening to you right now is way bigger than all of this. Okay? Let's take this out quickly. What's happening to you, the first two cards and the last two cards, with even the bottom of the card, the Queen of Pentacles. This right here is way more important, and that is why you are currently overpowering yourself with practical steps. And practical steps is what's going to get you out of mental paralysis, out of that freeze state, because you can't help it. Okay, you will not be able to think yourself out of that. Your brain is intensely intelligent. It has firewalls. It has ways on how to outthink you. You can't outthink your brain. Okay, you can't outthink the mental cage that it has put you in, that it has protected you from. You will not be able to think your way out of it, because you can't outsmart yourself. Your smartness, that is it. That is how smart you are. You will think faster than that. Okay? But you know what you also have control over? You have control over your actions. Okay? No matter what your brain is doing to you, no matter how much it puts you in a paralysis state in order to protect you, no matter how it's like, hey, there's this locked away, there's this locked away, there's this, you can't get past this, you can't move past this. The truth is, there really is no barrier. It's all just mental. It really is no cage. It really all is just mental. You really can move because you have the awareness and you have the physical ability over your body. You can get up and you can move. You can do the things. You can take action, even if it's small. You know what's going to get you out of that mental paralysis once and for all, and get you past the past once and for all? It is a boring, very, very boring, consistent, daily routine. Waking up and then doing that and then doing that and then doing that, and then waking up tomorrow and then doing it again and then doing it again and again and again. The boring routine that doesn't overpower you. It must be practical. So not you throwing your whole 5-year plan into 3 weeks. You're gonna achieve it all in 3 weeks, Not like that, but small. Start small, but make it a habit. Build it a habit, and then do it again tomorrow, and then do it again tomorrow, and then do it again tomorrow, because you are breaking free emotionally. Okay? You're breaking free emotionally, and that is how you're doing it. And the reason why I took these two cards out right here is because of the abundant touch that you have. There is an overflow of abundance present for you, 1414, in your future. Not in your past, in your future. There is something to do with your history that does connect to your past, because the Six of Cups is here, so it is connected to your past. It's connected to your history. Okay? That is going to give you an insanely grand idea. This is a almost like you've been carrying it in your womb. You've been carrying it in, even if you're a guy, you've been carrying it in your energetic womb, in your sacral chakra, and it's ready to be birthed. But it's not going to birth in the past. It's not going to birth in that cage either, because that cage is not big enough to sustain it. That cage is too small for it. It can't expand beyond that. That cage was big enough to only hold what you are currently holding. The elevation and the expansion in your life that you currently have, that is all it's able to hold. That is why this reading stated that unfortunately there is no negotiation. If you want expansion, you gotta give yourself credit, man. You gotta get out of that. You gotta get out of that mental paralysis. You gotta step out of that comfort zone, and you gotta know that you are strong enough. You're screaming at yourself. You're telling yourself that you are strong enough. You do have what it takes. That no matter what, you are going to take care of yourself. That you didn't, it was your ego, it was this protection mechanisms around you that locked yourself away, but you even were powerful enough to get through it the first time. 1616. I'm telling you, there is an insane amount of abundance in your future, and it's directly on the other side of fear. I'm not gonna lie to you, it is vulnerable, okay? And it might always be. Like, it's shit. What happened to you is shit. There's no sugarcoating that. There's no looking around that. There's no being like, oh, there's gonna be sunshines and rainbows, and eventually you're gonna think about it, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, you're so happy that that happened to you. Because most of the time, it's just not like that. Most of the time, even if you do have moments of gratitude and you're like, oh wow, you're actually so happy that you're grateful for that experience, because you're grateful for how you were able to move beyond that, what you were able to learn in that and that. There will be moments that remind you, okay? There will be moments where you're like, fuck man, that sucks. 1717, that sucks. And that's also okay. But don't get back into that cage. That cage isn't big enough for you. It's never been big enough for you. It was meant to be there for a season. Okay? It was meant to be there to almost like mimic emotional burnout so that you can rest. Because dealing with that level of heartbreak exhausted you. You just needed to rest. It wasn't meant to be your home. You're too big for that. You're too expensive for that. This is your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. Bye.